Shalom, family. You know, I don't generally do them this early, and I hadn't even intended to do one today. I'm four down. That needs to be posted. And once again, just because you don't see the post doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with me, like I fell off. No, that's not in my lexicon. I never fall off of anything. I never fall off of anything. But anyway, let's make this short and let's get right to it. The enemy is skittish. The enemy is afraid if I close my eyes, open my eyes, think outside of him to where he can't hear what I'm thinking. Well, it's not really thinking. What you don't hear is me thinking. What you hear is me analyzing my the thoughts after the fact, not thinking. But anyway, don't get it confused. So you're scared when I open my eyes. You're scared when I freaking close my eyes. You're scared when I falling asleep. You're afraid when I'm waking up. You're afraid when I'm speaking. You're afraid when I'm not speaking. Goodness gracious. You know that what you're describing, the type of existence that you are describing is actual death. Have no thoughts. See no evil. See no good. Hear no evil. Hear no good. I mean, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And if part of your strategy depends on literal submission to your will before the fighting even starts, like as if it's a requirement that you have. But anyway, you're skittish, very skittish, and it's not lost on me or anyone else that you spent thousands of hours surveilling me, both through video, photography, audio, and now you don't have to. And now all of a sudden you want to cut the video off, cut the audio. What is wrong with you? You all over the map here, man. I mean, what is it? You're so confusing, but mostly to yourself. But you do see that you are skittish, at the very least. Man, I ask again, and I've asked this before. What is it that you really want? Because seemingly what you want, I can't offer you in no kind of way. And even if I could, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, the only time that you are calm is when it's never. If I so much as go into deep thought with my eyes open, you panic. And you start blowing horns and shit. Start worrying. That's what you do. I don't have to say a word. I don't have to say a word. And you're already in some weirded out panic mode. You scare easy. And I mean, again, you need to get a grip. I exist. Get a grip. Because you built a world for yourself to where I don't fit, don't exist, don't fit the cog, and because I don't, you are the driver of all of the violence and the war and everything bad. And this is just ridiculousness at this point, and I refuse to take you seriously. I'm simply not going to take you seriously in that we know full well what's really going on. And you insist on acting like it's not going on. Man, we're not. I'm so done playing that game. I'm done playing that game. You should be done playing it too. But you're not. It's the only game in town, isn't it? So once again, let me get this straight. If I close my eyes, And when I close my eyes, it's not like you closing your eyes, is it? It's not, is it? And that frightens you because you get to see it too. That frightens you. You know that's not my problem. I'm going to tell you to be brave. I stand up to what you fell to. Like images in your sleep that there's a there to do imagery, as far as I'm concerned. I make a mockery of them. A straight mockery. And they know it. That will never happen again because they don't want to see how easy it is to deal with them. I just start laughing at them, making jokes about them. You know why? Because I've died so many damn times. I've been known to die 100 times in a night, 25 times, do what you call die, 25 times in one night, and still wake up me. And still wake up me. This has to be upsetting to them, and it is upsetting. It's upsetting to them because that is the trump card. And if they cannot pull that off, then they have nothing else but for me to self-police myself for their benefit, which I'm not going to do. Do I control your thoughts? No. Do I control your sleep pattern? No. Would I ever want to? No. Do I tell you what to say or what not to say? No. So what is the problem? Why am I not afforded the same, what has to be privileges, way more than rights? These are privileges at this point, only afforded to those who you choose that they be afforded to, because it's a privilege. It's got to be. But the point that I'm trying to make is, how will you use me against me? And then secondly, my second point was, you got to have between the NSA, FBI, HPD, and their investigators, and whatever other three-letter spook agency, CIA, NSA, they all have surveillance of me to the tunes of thousands of hours. Thousands of hours. And their problem is that they keep seeing the same thing over and over and over, because I am a constant. I am a known quotient. I am a known variable. I can't be nothing else but X squared. Though it doesn't matter how you write that equation, the base of it, or the foundation of it, but right up above it is X squared. Do with that what you will. Make it something else. Some people try it. I've never seen it work, but I've never seen X squared match with anything else except another X, or in some combination, depending on how the quadratic equation was written. Can you get XY or XZ or something like that? But the variable, it stands alone. Variation means you don't know what the variable is. You don't have a clue. That's what a variable is. Cluelessness. Cluelessness. But yet it's a part of the equation. I don't even, and I'm not trying to understand you, because I know what it really is. And what's starting to be, or causing impatience, is the rest of the world, meaning where I live in Babylon, insist on acting like it's not what it is, as if that's what we must do to pull it off. You're not fighting everybody else. You're really not. And I don't understand, because they have massive numbers. The ratio of them to not them has got to be 7 to 3. And they still insist on this kind of a buffer, this type of cushion, this type of defense. I don't understand. You don't believe in your own numbers? Because apparently you don't. This is why you insist that the voice be quiet. It's not because I'm bothering them good people. I'm bothering you. It's bothering you. And you don't speak for them. They're like me. You failed to take them over in terms of spiritual, in terms of spirit. You failed. Do you speak for them too? Do you speak for them too? I mean, I'm curious. And what about their rights? You ever thought about that one? Or do only yours matter? Everybody else's don't. You as members of the hive. You as members of the hive. All I can say at this point is wow. Wow. You don't see how... It's funny, I said years ago, back in 2015, I say, that to any warrior out there, if any part of your strategy depends on the opposing squad making a mistake, then you lose. You shouldn't even show up on the battlefield. You already lost. And this is what you have depended on, some kind of mistake. There is no mistake. If you haven't found one in thousands of hours of voluntary surveillance and investigation and following me around, and another, God knows how many, hundreds of thousands of hours, hundreds of thousands of involuntary, having no choice now but to know what I'm saying, having no choice now but to see what I'm doing. It seems to me we tried to please you and save you money and manpower, and now you mad at me. Now you mad at me, because we gave you carte blanche, complete surveillance of him 24 hours a day. His words, his deed, his thoughts, his actions. There you go. How many millions of dollars have you saved? And you know how that happened, right? Because you put forth contradictory positions. First is this, then is that. Then you are the world's biggest woman. And no insult to women, but we talking about a man that's like 80 feet tall here. Like 80 feet tall. So let me insult him any way I want to. And he's acting like you. And I'm sorry, I did it again. But don't take it the wrong way. To the mature women, you know exactly what the hell I'm saying. And you not insulted. Dude, calm down. We haven't even started throwing the blows yet, and you're already frantic. You're already frantic, but you keep insisting on being a part of this battle. So what is it that you want? And what do you do with all these contradictions that you can't seem to stomach? Like the one I just mentioned about surveillance. You followed me around. You tapped my phone. You tapped my house. You tapped my family members. You tapped my friends. Who didn't you tap? Who didn't you tap? To the point that you knew everything about my life, everything about my inner life, and now you are forced to surveil me. Like I said, we were just trying to save you some money. Save you some money, and save you some money we did. I know we did. So what is it now? Turn the lights off? We can't turn the lights off now. We can't turn the lights off. Goodness. You need to take a breath. Maybe have a bottle of wine or something. Sometimes with dealing with wine, they can take the whole damn bottle. I'm a whiskey man myself, so when I do drink, it won't be wine. It'll be something much harsher on the tongue and the esophagus and the throat. It'll be burning. So I ask again, because you are the most frustrating feature of life. What is it? I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm really not. But you do see what I'm saying. I'm sure you do. First you don't fear me, then you fear me. So now we at the point that if I close my eyes and and I take you to that other blackness, you start to panicking. Oh shit, what's it finna do outside of the realm? You really do. You start to panic. What are you panicking about? Do what you do. It's not time yet. You will know when it is time. It's not going to sneak up on you like you think. No. You're going to trust me. Have I snuck anything on you? Have I ever had a plot or a plan against you? No. First we say it and then we do it. No plotting, no planning. So you can count on us not to hit you from your 6 or even your 9. We're going to hit you from your 12. You will see us coming. So can you just calm down? Jeez. You need to calm down, or maybe you need a damn therapist or something. I don't know. But I'm sure that it's not me. It's not me. You invade me, and then you pissed off because you because you can't leave the very space that you invaded. There's something wrong with you. Okay? And once again, I'm not trying to make light. I don't want to laugh at you. I really don't. I really don't. But step back and take a look at you. Damn. See the battlefield. Is it still a battlefield in your head? Because I got a feeling that you so don't want any part of the battle that you're trying to make the battlefield look like it's not a battlefield, but some kind of, I hesitate to give it an unqualifying name, or label, so I won't, because I can't describe it right now. It's that complex, yet it's so simple. But to have your avowed enemy avowed out their mouths, I've never had an enemy. Shit, I just woke up in 2013 and I had a shitload of enemies. I didn't know where the hell they came from. I didn't shoot at them. I didn't cuss them. I didn't steal their baby. I didn't do anything that would, I don't know. I just woke up and all of a sudden I had enemies. And they was everywhere. They were everywhere. But I reduced them to non-enemies because we know what's going on. So now once again, I have no enemies. Okay? We have actors. And we're going to stop right there along that line of thinking. We have actors. Okay? So we're not going to act as though, act like you act. No pun intended. We're not going to act. We're not trying to Grammy or Oscar or get noticed. Okay? No, we're real. What you see is what you get. Not say you, but I'm not going to even asperse you today. No, I'm trying to get some understanding. So what is it that you want? I keep asking this over and over and over and over and over, and no one puts forth an answer. Because you ask for the impossible. No matter where I go, you are going to hear me. And listen, there's no getting out of this dilemma that you helped to create. You literally helped to create it. Our response to the constant surveillance was, well, now you want to see things? Here, have a look. Bam. Save yourself some money. He is real. You don't have to sneak and do it. You don't have to follow me around to know. You don't have to hire no detectives with no fancy cameras. You don't even have to park the coated up FBI van, usually looking like the phone man, outside of my dwelling. So I have literally saved you millions of dollars over the last 5 to 7 years, man. But I don't get kudos for this. I don't get thanked for this. I get taken to task. Now the same group of people is saying, we don't want to surveil you anymore. We don't want to know everything about you anymore. We don't want to know. What? 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 You don't see how asinine that sounds? And again, I'm not trying to asperse you or to anger you. I'm trying to offer me and you a chance at understanding. But I do understand you won't be honest about what is. And this is what's going to drive it into the ditch. At some point, you have to be honest as to what it is. But you know that as soon as you do that, then it's all bets off. So I understand your position, but at the same time, understand mine. It can't go on. It can, and there's still time. But at some future point, it's game over. And we're not ever going to back the lights off again. Ever. Now, if you had any real good intentions about you, you would say, well then, could you do it during this hour and this hour and this hour? And you would make sure that I got the message. But you require that I be quiet. Like I'm going to sit in a corner, twiddle my thumbs. Oh, don't look at your cell phone, because that bothers us too. Oh, and the topic that you're looking at, that bothers us too. Don't say this about this group. Don't say, man, let me check. I feel like that Haitian that was just fought for his freedom, he didn't understand either. Because the French came back with big ships, with big old guns, and a whole bunch of more men. And they said to the Haitian freed slave that you owe us money. And the Haitian like, how the hell do we owe you money? What did we take out a loan with you or something? I mean, how do we owe you money when we just fought for our freedom to get you out of Haiti? And they said, well, you owe us money because you have our property. And the Haitians still don't get what he's saying. You have our property. You have deprived us of our property. Follow the logic now. Follow the logic. And if we don't get our property back, we're going to use these big old guns and these hundreds of men. How many battalions did we bring this time? Because they can fight. We seen them. A lot of us died trying not to. Well, anyway, we don't want to relive that one. But this time we brought the bigger bullets. So, what you have to understand, sir, what you have to understand is that you have deprived us of our property. Do I have to be even more clearer? These damn Haitians are thick-headed, aren't they? You are the property. Wait a minute, wait. Haitian like scratching his head. Wait a minute. So you want me, the consciousness, to pay you for existing inside of the body that God gave me? Well, I be damned. That is the weirdest type of capitalism, or term capitalism I've never seen. But do you see what I'm saying? So you want me to give value to, I'm confused. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just confused. But this is exactly what you're asking without asking it. Saying it without saying it. And you don't even want to pay for it. And like I said, I'm not trying to asperse you. I really don't care like that. I really don't. I love what I love, and I care about what I care about. All things else is pretty like just there. They neither have a value or they don't have a value. They're literally just there. Just there. That goes for situations, people's, scenarios, a bit of a hard time. All that stuff for me is not what it is for you. For me, it's just something that I'll speed by and it'll become yesterday soon enough. Nothing more than that. So it's already devalued before it's even become yesterday. It's devalued. It has no real value. It simply doesn't. And then you get upset because I don't respond how you think I should respond. But how you think I should. But when I do respond in the only logical manner, that bothers you too. You are so dyslexic. You dyslexic or something? You're all over the map in this. But you're not, are you? The game gets old at some point. At some point, things end. Hear me well, old troublemaker. You old scoundrel, you. At some point, everything gives. Everything ends. There's no way out of that ending. And it seems like the enemy not only don't, oh man, Lord, what kind of enemy is this? What kind of enemy is this? I mean, goodness gracious, Lord, I was hoping for the apocalypse. This is not it. We have to fight the enemy first to get the enemy on the battlefield? Damn. We have to force the enemy onto the battlefield. Anyway, I'm off the beaten path. I asked a couple of questions. What is it that you want? Because what you say quietly, you really can't even handle that. The truth of the matter is, if my voice went silent today, you'd still panic. You'd panic. You would panic. We both know it. Not just you, but you'd panic. And that would become an issue for you. Man, the human psychological bent is just too much. It's just too much. You got way too much random access memory, way too much space that's not being used for you to think in all kind of funny manners. I'm just saying. The truth of the matter is that you do realize, and let me clear something up, because people get confused when I use words like you. Okay? It's like I never use we. It's always I, even though there are 7 of us. It's always I, because they're all equal, with equal powers and equal. Anyway, it's too deep for this conversation. So we have a conundrum, because clearly I'm not going anywhere. There's nowhere on this planet that I can go. I tried that. I already tried that anyway. And when I ran, you started chasing me. Once again, creating the obvious. You created it. And I can't stress that enough. You created this. All of it. All of it. Through your hatred and your bitterness and your lack of belief and your false belief or whatever it was driving you. Through racism, maybe anti-masculinity, sexism, I don't know what the hell, politics, opinions about historical factors, white supremacy, I don't know. But this America, it could be some of anything or some of nothing, and it'll still stick. It'll still stick. So this is why I say that you need to talk to me. There's all kinds of reasons, because again, the way you're doing it, it's not going to work. It is a driving force in what's going to become very ugly. Very ugly. You're not even prepared for the type of ugly that it's going to be. You seemingly don't even think about it. You go from one position to the next, one position to the next, without any logic or any careful fucking analysis at all. And you can tell that as your enemy watching you move. I'm telling you this. Why would the enemy tell you of your shortcomings as his enemy? Why would he do that? Because right now you have shortcomings, lots of them. You're not prepared for this battle at all. You're not. You still want peace. You want quiet. But you're very... Anyway, I was about to go off on a segue, which I don't want to do. I want to understand. Because clearly you know you're not the enemy that I thought that you would be. You're simply not. Ain't none of you ready to die. Not one. This is triple and quadruple of fact. You'll do anything to not be put in that cold ground. Anything. You'll run up $1 million hospital bill to not be put in that hole and still end up there. I've seen it with my own eyes. Which is your Achilles heel, which is your weak point. That is your weak point. You do realize that, right? And how easily that something, some alien intelligence could use that and to manipulate that against you. You don't see that? You don't see that, and that's why we don't want to fight with you. At the end of the day, you don't measure up to the standard of what we want to fight. You don't. The devil does, maybe. But what I'm seeing of what I would think is some of his handiwork, he's not ready either. He's not ready. Neither is the fallen or the Antichrist. Nobody's ready. You have to figure out what you want. And it can't include with me disappearing. And I can't die. I'm just going to come back and it'll be even worse. Because now you would have, for the last time, you done broke the camel's back. See, you know that God had to hold the angels back as he died on the cross, as you dragged him down the street. God had to stop the angels. Michael was saying we will kill every last one of them right now. All he has to do is say it. And we will take care of them right now. All of them. And he never gave the command. I'm not so sure this time. So before we get there, what is it that you want? I know what the good people want, and I'm not talking to the good people. I'm talking about it to the ones who can't be around the light. After all these years, you still haven't figured out how to become fucking accustomed to a constant, a variable that's going to be x2 squared no matter what, and you've experienced it day after day after day after day after day after day after damn day, and you still have not acclimated. You still haven't acclimated to the point that its mere existence makes you do and act in ways that you would not otherwise do. I should be in jail because that sounds like entrapment to me. That almost sounds like I'm guilty of entrapment against you. That's what it sounds like. Point blank, by letter of the law and the penal code, sounds like it. Entrapment. Jeez. Well, I've explained as much as I could. My eyes are closed. There's your darkness, and then there's my darkness. Now you can see that there is a big difference between that darkness and this darkness. This darkness, we tend to destroy things as well as to create things. It ain't your normal darkness. That darkness is a killer. But that darkness also gives birth. Your darkness is just somewhere for you to hide and sleep. Sort of like hide and seek. Now that you know that I can create in that darkness shapes and colors and images, that frightens you. But I'm going to say this again. You got time. You may as well get your hand off the trigger, because there's no reason to pull the trigger. You got time. You will know. You will know that an imminent attack is right around the corner, because we're going to give you at least 24 hours notice. Okay? And then we just do it. It's the difference in hood style. And then I'm going to wrap this up. Hood style. You have the type of man or folk rather that have to plan and plot on what they're going to do to somebody else. And then you have the other people who they simply get the information, such as, say, man, I just seen that nigga. And I use the nigga word most loosely. I'm talking about all y'all. This is not to mean as a derogatory. You said enough, so ain't nobody shocked. I know where that nigga at. He had the car wash. Oh yeah? Let's go get this nigga. See? It was no scheming, no plotting, no planning. The information came and the information was acted on instantaneously. And now that nigga done for. You see the difference? Big difference. So this is where I'll wrap this up. 38 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm 8 minutes over. But it really is so much to say about what I'm talking about vis-a-vis the world and me. Why not just get with the program? How about that? Why not just jump ship? Huh? Why not jump ship? I've jumped a few ships myself. When it was time to get off of it, I got off. There's no need for any of you to remain on the ship when it's sinking like the Titanic. It is the Titanic. There's only one way for it to go. That's to meet the Kraken. Meet the cold, lurid depths and the sea monsters. Okay? Jump ship. But I'm off the beaten path again. Think about what you want. Our position have always been clear. Always. We don't have a position that you don't already know. We don't have an argument that you don't already know. We don't have human intelligence. I'm glad you caught me, Lord. that you don't already know. So for the life of us, we can't figure you out. It's like you're all over the map acting frantically, just going from one position to the next position. You running when ain't nobody even chasing you. That's some biblical stuff. You run even when you're not being chased. And you're running from a singularity in the universe. Like you're really going somewhere. Like you can really stop the singularity. When it's obvious, it can't be stopped by mankind. So what are you doing? You think that I have a choice. No, you have a choice. You have a choice. I don't have a choice. You do. Okay? I ain't never had no choice. I don't require a choice. I'm required to do what I was sent here to do. Period. In the discussion. You, though, have a choice. Exercise your choices and do what's good for you. Because we've been quite clear again, and it's becoming self-evident that nothing upon this planet can actually stop us. The more I say it, the more it becomes self-evident. Your very existence hinges on words. That's some profound shit. Your existence, anyway, think about it. I am source, I am seven, I am one. You see what I mean? How we never use the word we? There is no we. There's seven of us, and we got sense enough to know that we're just one. Put together, different segments. Equal one, but we're all number one, we're all number two, we're all number four, we're all number five. There's no way. P.S. That's one of the major reasons that you cannot possess me. 7 means 7. It can't be done. It's impossible. It's spiritually impossible. So quit frustrating yourself and then getting mad at me because you can't do it. What the hell? Enjoy your evening.